All right, my Sagittarius friends, how are you today? Aaron here bringing you your monthly horoscope for September of 2020. We've got Mercury is going to move 2 signs this month. Venus is going to move a sign this month. We've got Mars retrograde on the 9th, which is the least frequent planet to retrograde. All right, it's our planet of ambition and motivation, getting things done. And all of a sudden, and it's doing it in your, fellow fire sign, right? So let me show you your chart here and let you know what is going on. Okay, well, you got the South Node one. Let's just talk about that for a moment. This is going to be here for the next year and change, year and months. Okay, South Node in your house is like, this is reminding you that not everything that we think, they're there. Just because you feel it doesn't mean it's real. Just because you think it doesn't mean it's real. Just because you had that feeling or that thought doesn't make it necessarily so. Okay, there's a whole world out there beyond our own thoughts, our own self, that might be different from this view or this thought or this feeling, okay? And this is a good time over this next year to really let that stuff go that's holding you back from obtaining your personal truth or your personal, leveling up, if you will. South Node is huge to level up, okay? Mercury in Virgo is going to move out of Virgo here into your 11th house of Libra, all about the community. Okay, so you're doing a great job this month of bringing people together. You are the philosopher, you are the seeker of truth and knowledge, and you're going to be doing a great job reaching other people with your truth, with your knowledge. Okay, huge month for you with that. Okay, that's going to happen on the 5th. Now, if you look at this right now, what I've got this set to the 4th, this sextile between Venus and Mercury. Now, I'll talk about this sextile obviously more in depth in the daily videos. If you're new to the channel, daily videos every single day talking about these more intense aspects. They're going to be moving together, okay? So Venus is going to enter Leo on the 6th, right? So that means we get this beautiful, look at all this earth. 1 in fire, water, earth, 1 in water, earth. Okay, we have so much earth and water. Okay, there's no fire. 1 in fire. There's no air. Okay, so we're getting this little bit of a boost. We're going from this practical moving forward. And look at it like this. How fast can water rush through? Even if it's the White Grand Rapids. Okay, how long does it take that water to erode away the stone? Okay, earth is a slow element to change and to transform. Okay, even it takes a long time for the leaves to change colors, to fall off the tree in autumn. Okay, it takes a long time for these things to blossom, bloom, and then die again. Okay, so we're moving from a slow process, an emotional flow and slow moving earth energy, to very fast cardinal air. Okay, cardinal air and fixed fire. Okay, this is amping up the energy, which is awesome. So Venus enters Leo in your 9th, that's your 9th house on the 6th. Okay, so where it's like community driven over here on one end with Mercury, Venus entering your 9th house, that's you, right? That's the Sagittarius house. This is the philosopher. This is the religion and higher thinking and traveling. Okay, so it's like you're tapping into there's a found love for philosophy, found love for whatever, educating yourself, seeking out knowledge and education, and you're going to be able to in tune deliver that to the community. Okay, and with the South Node being in your 1st house, this is really powerful because there's a graceful way to go about it. There's a graceful way, okay, that you're going to be able to deliver this information where it won't be pompous, where it won't come off as like, I'm your teacher, I'm your sensei, I'm your master. This is a really powerful energy, a really beautiful energy, and a much needed and appreciated respect comes along with it because you're stepping up and doing something huge. And the community also sees that you're letting go a part of ego of self. Okay. And this is with everybody. I'm not saying the Sagittarians are ego or that you are ego. We all have an ego. Okay. We all have an ego, and there's parts of our ego that we, have to boost up, and there's parts of our ego that we need to quiet down. Okay. So it's just like the community sees that you're doing the work here and muting the parts of self that can come across as like, too much or overbearing. Or exaggerating, that can be a thing. That's your ruling planet, Jupiter, an exaggeration of all things, and we want more and bigger. It's like, how big was that mountain really? How big was it really? So this is a beautiful place for it to be. Then on the 9th, is when Mars is going to retrograde. Mars is in your 5th house. Okay, now this aids into what I was talking about here. And they're creating a trine right now. They're going to continue to create a trine for, I don't know how, several days, if not, a week and a half at least. We'll follow it on the dailies, right? So either way, Mars retrograde in your 5th house. This is about your creative self-expression. And where we want, I'm into astrology, and I love talking to astrology with people. And it's, and then we can be very forward with this in this expressing of ourselves and talking about these things that we love and these things that we enjoy and whatever it may be. When Mars retrogrades, there's a time where it's just like, astrology is not the conversation to have. Okay. With Mars retrograde, this is saying, where do I need to tuck it in? Where am I being too much that I'm pushing other people out of the room? Where am I being too much that I'm not allowing somebody else to speak their truth? Where is my truth being so much, where am I communicating or expressing so much that my fire is so bright that I'm not allowing others to shine? Okay, so this Mars retrograde for the next 2 months and the South Node are playing a huge metaphysical change in the personality, okay, in the personality and how you express yourself to others. And this will be seen. Again, people will acknowledge the work that you're doing. People are going to start to see you in a different light, and it's very beautiful. And, and thank you for doing your work, whatever that work may be over the next few months. I love my Sagittarius friends. I love the philosophers of the world, right? Sharing this beautiful knowledge and seeking stuff that's outside of self to share that stuff, to share that beautiful knowledge. Now on the 17th, we're going to have a new moon in your career house, okay? So what you've been doing here during the retrograde, connecting here with the South Node, letting go part of ego self, Venus moving into new philosophies, territories, Mercury moving into a place of your community, this is going to affect your work. This affects your career. This affects your public image, 10th house, public image, okay? So this is a really great place to be. And what? Virgo is a mutable sign, just like you, okay? Mutable sign. That means it's going with change. We're allowing this change to unfold within the career. We're allowing the change to unfold with this new beginning and how people are viewing us. And it's not like, well, yeah, you should have seen me like that all the time. I've always been this way. You know what I mean? It's like, no, this is a whole fresh new start. And again, the work that you're doing here on these ends and up here in this place of philosophy where Venus is headed will be seen. Okay, and especially around the time of the new moon, around the 17th, you'll really start to shine and people will recognize and honor your light. Okay, on the 27th now, Mercury, ripping through Libra, is going to enter your 12th house, which is a very important piece of this puzzle. Because again, there's so much going on with letting go. Let's just for a second come back here. Things in career should be going well, or they should be manifesting themselves well. They should be, wanting to solidify what I'm doing here for my career. How, and Uranus in the 6th house of service and how I'm giving back to other people, what I'm doing, these aiding each other plays a huge role in it, okay? Then Mercury entering your 12th house on the 27th, this is reminding us what? We're going deep. Mercury going into Scorpio. Beneath the surface emotions, Okay, those deep emotions, the taboo things we don't always talk about, the things that we don't always think about, the things that are scary and dark, okay? But at the same time, this is your 12th house. Sometimes we don't want to think that we could be wrong. Sometimes we don't want to think that we co-created an experience. Sometimes we want to say that we were victims, okay? So Mercury Mercury transiting into your 12th house is there to clear up, and it will retrograde in October, okay? You're safe now, but we will have Mercury and Mars retrograde at the same time, and Venus will be the only one that's not in retrograde, okay? October is a whole different story. So the work that we're doing right now, the release that we're doing right now, is extremely important. And the mental understanding, the insight that's coming in later in this month when Mercury enters Scorpio is very potent medicine, okay? Very potent medicine for your healing. That is looking at both sides of the coin, the above and the below, similar to what the North Node is doing over there in Gemini, which is in your 7th house of partnerships, seeking this path, seeking the other, okay? Where this is like, I need to clear this quantum entanglement. I need to clear this karmic baggage that's going on in my life. I need to clear my mental cobwebs. I'm going in there and I'm dusting my brain. That sounded weird, but you get what I'm saying. We're dusting our brains, all right? So it's very, very powerful in releasing. And again, what's coming up with the relationship with Mars and the South Node, okay? Everything is really, really connected, and it's happening for you. This is all happening for you. This is a gift for you, okay? This isn't happening to you. This is a gift for you. And Venus shining its beautiful light in the 9th house of philosophy and travels and education is just going to aid you in such a great way. All right, so there's this beautiful, fire things going on with the South Node there in your sign, Mars over there in Aries, and Venus in the 9th in Leo. All right, this is all for you. These are gifts for you to help you level up. And whatever mental blocks that you have or that are going on that are been difficult to reach this next plateau or this next place, we're going to begin to see those dissolve over the next 2 months, okay? So it's really, really powerful, and I'm very, very excited for you for this time, all right? All right, my Sagittarius friends, have a beautiful month ahead. Also, I put out, since I'm putting this out after the Libra or the Pisces full moon, at the end I'm putting there's a little clicker thing to check out the Pisces full moon video I put out. And this one specifically that I'm putting out here is about astrotheology, which if you're Sagittarius, you might really like this because this has to do with education, it has to do with religion, it has to do with philosophies and tying in astrology and how we see astrology work through all the religions in the past and what this means right now where we're at, understanding some of this Virgo energy, this Pisces energy. We'll revisit this when we have the sun opposing Neptune, and we'll talk about that in the dailies. So I hope to see you there. Appreciate you. I love you so much. Have a very expansive month ahead.